Mr. Costello.
Sure.
If you were the DA, if you were a prosecutor and you were trying to be fair and honest and serve the law rather than a political agenda, you'd want to know that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. And I told them and told the grand jury today, I was deputy chief of the criminal division of the U.S. attorneys for the Southern District. I said I wouldn't touch a witness like Michael Cohen for any amount of money. You simply cannot rely upon this guy. And tonight, he was on another station denying that he waived the attorney-client privilege. Here it is, in writing, and that's his signature on the second page. So
that's unbelievable.
I guess he didn't know that, and the district attorney didn't know that. And I told them, Michael Cohen has been in your office 20 times and twice in the grand jury, and he forgot to tell you that he waived the attorney-client privilege 22 times? I mean, really, is this the kind of witness you want to ride to the finish line? Not in my book.
They don't, I think all they care about is the finish line. But I sure appreciate the information that you brought us tonight.
That's a year ago, man. And these are facts that the entire prosecution team knows. These are facts that they have known. This is a witness that I'm sure that they have to expect this guy to be called, right? I mean, a guy that knows every I and every T about the government's star witness. And honestly, I think that these prosecutors, I'm sure they found a way to manipulate it all, but they have got to be guilty of suborning perjury because they know what this man says is true. And this is what he said, some of what he said yesterday about Stormy Daniels.
He didn't believe the allegation of the Stormy Daniels story, that he thought the story would be embarrassing for Trump and especially for Melania, so he decided he would take care of it himself.
Absolutely, and that is contrary to what this guy testified to in court in New York yesterday.
Well, and what's not being talked about is your next paragraph, like the reason and his motivation for that. So if you could just kind of walk through that for the committee.
Yeah, obviously, when we started to talk about the NDAs, and this is the very first meeting at the Regency Hotel, when, by the way, Rudy Giuliani was not involved in representing Donald Trump at that time. Cohen testified that it was a conspiracy between Giuliani and Costello as of this date. Totally false. In any event, he also said that he didn't discuss the Stormy Daniels matter with us, and he certainly did. I specifically asked him because he kept on going back saying, I can't believe they're trying to put me in jail for these NDAs. So I said, Michael, tell me about the NDA. Tell me about Stormy Daniels. What did you do? He said, I got a call from a lawyer representing Stormy Daniels who represented that she was going to testify that Donald Trump had sex with Stormy Daniels. Michael Cohen said, I didn't believe the allegation, but I knew that such an allegation would be terribly embarrassing. He said it would be embarrassing. He focused on Melania Trump. He said, I didn't want to embarrass Melania Trump. He said, that's why I decided to take care of this on my own. Right. I went back to that several times. You did this on your own? On my own. Did Donald Trump have anything to do with it? No. Did you get the money from Donald Trump? No. From any of his organizations? No. From anybody connected to Donald Trump? No. Where did you get the money? I took out a HELOC loan against my property. I said, why would you do that? He said, I didn't want anybody to know where I got this money. I didn't want Melania to know. I didn't want my own wife to know because she's in charge, he said, of the Cohen family finances. He said, if she saw money coming out of my account, she'd ask me 100 questions, and I didn't want to answer any of them. It was clear after talking to him for several days after that, whenever we talked on the phone or in my office, that he kept on bringing up the subject that he felt he was betrayed by.
They had to know that this is not a guy who would sit silent while they do this to the justice system that he has dedicated his entire life to. And I'm not sure what their plan could be. I mean, this is a guy, they can't go near his credibility. And still, they don't care. They still move forward with this testimony. They still move forward with this case. And I think that that proves this is not about a conviction. This is about damage. This is about lawfare to tie Donald Trump up and keep him off the campaign trail. But honestly, I think it is a major, major miscalculation because if they end up with anything other than a guilty verdict, it's going to be a massive backfire, man. And honestly, even if by some kind of insane luck they get a conviction, I'm thinking that's going to backfire too. And it should. I mean, it should all backfire. This is exactly what you get when you play these kind of games. You know, when you destroy the court system for politics, I mean, they deserve every bit of backfire that's coming their way. And I'm going to show Costello his opening statement before Congress yesterday. It's a long one. I'm going to leave you with that. But again, it's important to watch. I'll end with that, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Take a look at this.